A major announcement from the federal government today on how Canada will make big defense purchases. The new Defense Investment Agency aims to cut red tape and speed up the delivery of equipment to the military. CTV's Judy Tren is taking a closer look at what this means in the context of a trade war. Judy Marcia, it's not just about speed. It's about building up the military industry here in Canada and reducing reliance on the US. Of all the billions of dollars Canada spends on military equipment, 75% of it goes to suppliers in the United States. Prime Minister Mark Carney has unveiled a brand new agency. Great more bureaucracy. The Defense Investment Agency, or DIA. He's selling it as a bold new chapter for Canada's military, to be exact. You see, the promise was faster delivery of equipment, less red tape, good, more money spent at home, great, and a chance to reduce Canada's reliance on the United States, also good if you are pro-Canada. But the reaction isn't quite the victory lap or woohoo. Carney's finally doing something good for once type of reception that Ottawa or Carney had hoped for. You see, he wasn't greeted as a finally doing something right for once, or as a breakthrough. It was met with heavy skepticism, criticism, and quiet frustration from Washington. The move that was meant to project strength and independence has already well backfired and started to kind of look like it would weaken Canada's strongest alliance and most important one. So I'm going to break down what's really happening, why this choice matters, and why it backfired almost instantly. Mark Carney's government presented the DIA as long overdue. Reform needed reform. The new agency will consolidate procurement, streamline approvals, and supposedly get Canadian soldiers everything they need without the long delays that have plagued the system for decades. That sounds so good to hear. On paper, it sounds amazing. Seems like a modern solution cause Canada has been under pressure for years to update its procurement system. Billions have been tied up in red tape. Projects dragging on forever. And it's all good stuff, right? You know, things took so long that equipment became outdated before it even reached the troops. That's an embarrassment. By creating a centralized authority, the government says it will cut the bottlenecks and provide certainty to Canada's defense industry. But there's always a but. Behind the polished announcement, there's a much bigger story. You see, for decades, Canada has relied on the US for most of its military equipment. Everything from fighter jets to armored vehicles has come from American suppliers. So much so, with I think it's like as much to 70 to 75% of defense spending flowing south of the border. That's not just procurement. That is full-on integration. Like Canada's systems are built to work alongside US forces, and the entire relationship has been the backbone of NORAD and NATO cooperation. So when Carney's government framed the DA